Donald Trump is yellow, covered in bruises and band-aids. And it is long now time to tell the American people what is going on with Donald Trump's health, because at this point, it is obvious that something isn't right. Now, Aaron Rupar, our friend, has a great piece about this on his Substack called A Band-Aid on a Festering Hand Wound, where Aaron sort of analogizes the band-aids that Trump is doing with policy to the band-aids that are literal items on Donald Trump's hand to cover up whatever's going on with his health. Read the piece by Aaron that we are linking to. He posts together the pictures and the quotes and the timeline and all of the entire thing. I think it's very good and very much worth looking at. But if we zoom out, what is the situation in which we now find ourselves? Well, Trump's physical condition is clearly declining, and the White House is doing everything it can to try to hide this. And Aaron Rupar starts with the hand. And he explains that going back months now, Trump's right hand is not only often discolored, it's also often bandaged. And he has the pictures of that, and he shows them to us. This is clearly not a scrape. It's a recurring issue. Trump has been hiding his hand when he can for months. He covers it with the other hand in public. He holds papers over it. He tried makeup. Now he's using bandages. And Aaron shows the shots from the Pennsylvania rally earlier this week, where the hand looks extremely swollen. It looks gray. It looks like it's rotten and patched together with Band-Aids. And then Aaron points to something that really jumps out here, which is that the hands, because of Trump's face makeup, where he makes himself orange, although sometimes it's looking more yellow than orange, it only reinforces Trump's ashy gray hands. Something is very wrong, and they don't want us to know what. Now, the article continues, and it says, remember, Trump had the swollen ankles over the summer. He vanished for about a week around Labor Day. There was no explanation. He's regularly falling asleep in public 5 or 6 times over the last 10 days, including during a cabinet meeting. It's not metaphorical that Trump's asleep at the wheel. He is asleep while people are talking about policy. And the White House's spin only raises more questions. You've got Caroline Leavitt saying the ankle swelling is chronic venous insufficiency. All right. Well, what about the bruised, discolored, bandaged hands? Well, it's from shaking hands with people. And it's a laughable explanation. And it sounds like they're trying to come up with this stuff in real time and often 2 weeks late. Then we've got the MRI. Trump admitted, yes, I got an MRI during one of my 2 annual physicals. Makes sense of that. Now he says, well, I don't even know why doctors ordered it. If your uncle said after getting an MRI, I don't know why I got an MRI, the family would be saying, what's going on with our uncle, right? It wouldn't make any sense. In his article, Aaron Rupar also includes Donald Trump's unhinged attacks covering attacks on the New York Times for covering his decline. We talked about that yesterday or the day before, and Trump said, oh, it's seditious to talk about my allegedly failing health. It might even be treason, suggesting that maybe it's criminally actionable if you talk about Donald Trump's health. And so what we really have to do here, I believe, is zoom out and see this for the bigger picture that it is. And Aaron does a really good job in the piece, which is the health issues with Trump, the erratic reaction, and the cover-up attempts. They match Trump's escalating erratic behavior, okay? And a lot of these issues we've talked about. Quiet piggy and the other outbursts, particularly at female reporters. The xenophobic and racist rants about Somalis. The weird comments about women, including talking just 2 days ago about how attractive Caroline Leavitt is and how her lips go bop, bop, bop like a machine gun. Threats to foreign leaders, now saying to the leader of Colombia, you'd better watch out or you're going to get the Venezuela treatment. Wise up or you will be next. And so you put it all together, physical decline, media secrecy, cognitive testing, naps during meetings, angry outbursts. This is not a stable man. This is not a stable person. And the inner circle around him is working overtime to try to hide it. Now, at the end of his piece, Aaron points out, there is undeniable evidence that something is wrong here. And we don't exactly know what that is. And if there weren't something wrong, we wouldn't be seeing the attacks on reporters. Trump wouldn't be hiding his hand in increasingly conspicuous ways. They wouldn't be giving us ridiculous explanations like Trump's bruised up from shaking hands. So the bottom line, as we are about to enter 2026 and really be in the midterm cycle, is that Trump's health is a serious issue. It seems to be affecting his judgment. It seems to be affecting his behavior. And the White House is only fueling that belief by being very opaque about what's going on. We've got pictures. We have statements. We have Trump sleeping 6 times in public in the last 10 days. The American people deserve the truth. They always deserve the truth about the health of the president. We are not getting it right now. Every time you Google your name, you will probably find dozens of sites that expose your personal information. This can include phone number, home address, family details. It's just sitting there waiting to be scraped or abused. Incogni is a privacy service. They go after these sites on your behalf. They contact the data brokers. They demand your data be removed, which the brokers are legally required to do. Incogni will automatically remove your information from hundreds of the biggest and most notorious data broker sites, but you're not just limited to those. You can use Incogni's custom removal if you find your info on a website outside of Incogni's default list. The team at Incogni will work to get that information removed. This is how you protect yourself and your family from identity theft, financial scams, harassment, even AI-powered profiling by ad companies. And Incogni's data removal process is the only one verified independently by Deloitte. This gives them a unique level of credibility. Try Incogni risk-free and get 60% off when you go to incogni.com/Pakman and use the code Pakman. The link is in the description.